Hi everyone! Hi, I'm Saffron. I'm the better twin, Amber. If you don't already know it. But today I'm just gonna do a brown smoke on Amber, just show you how to do a simple brown smoke and nice like dewy type skin you like doing. Right, so first of all I'm gonna put concealer on the lids to prime the lids before we do the eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the plouise base. And then I just want to get a flat, okay my brush isn't very flat anymore because I washed it and it went a bit tufty, but flattish brush. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit on the back of my hand, a little bit goes a long way, so that should be enough for both eyes. Right, I'm just going to cover the whole brush. I do really need a spoolie, I don't know where my spoolie is, but it's up. I'm just going to brush your eyebrows upwards so I don't get any concealer in them. Let's just sit there. So all I'm doing is I'm going underneath her brow hairs. I don't want to go up too much because I'm going to draw like little hair strokes in. And we're going to try and make them look a little bit fluffier than they are right there. So. And then the hairs that are a bit out of place, that need tweezing and stuff, we're going to go over and erase them. So then do the other eye. I haven't done makeup in so long it feels strange. And you hate doing my face as well. Well, I only hate doing it because you look like me, so it's not fair because I can't do my own. So like if we go out,
beautiful and you're like a toe.
yeah. So if we go out, Amber always looks nice, and then there's me, who half the time I'm just like, do you know what? I've done everybody else's makeup, I'm not doing my own, so I go out like this. My hair scraped back, my pair of jeans on, and everyone else like nice heels and a dress, and I'm like, I'll be a boy today. So then I'm just gonna drag that down onto my eyelid. If you wanted to have like really full coverage, I know that Louise like puts quite a lot on and she does like this pattern motion. And all the artists do. And it makes like a proper full coverage. It is pretty still full coverage even when you drag it down, but if you wanted it really full. Then I'm just going to do this eye. I don't know if I'm in the way of the camera, but I can't see this side, so I'm just going to turn your head. Drag it all the way to the lash line. And then with this product as well, it's quite stiff, should I say. So it doesn't, if you don't blend it into the skin now, it probably won't blend very well into your foundation later. So I'm just going to get a little fluffy brush. This is just one MSQ one off Amazon, I think I got it off, or eBay. And then I'm just going to buff it into the nose, downwards, under the eye, and then outwards here. Just so it blends into the skin, so later on when we're blending the foundation it's not as harsh. And it's not as hard to blend. Do the same on the other eye. And then we'll go onto the brows.
I might go in, like, go out in the back garden with a bottle of gin later.
I've got cans of gin and light on me, that's so
party. Should we put the tent up?
Have a little fire outside. Right, so then I'm going to take my Olivia Belle, and I've just got a Zoeva brush. It's a 332 brow line brush, so it literally is to draw a line. It is a little thicker than what I normally use, but I don't know where my normal one is, to be honest. But okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the product on the brush, and I don't want to dip back into my product really because obviously it's for all my clients, so I'm going to pop it on the back of my hands. And while I'm putting it on the back of my hands, I'm pushing down onto the brush so it flattens out a little bit. Just so the brush is a little bit thinner. You can even, if you really want really thin hair strips, you can even put it in, but I don't want it on my, I'm just not going anywhere, so I do want it on my fingers. Selfish, but hey ho. So I'm just going to start from the middle-ish, and I'm going to do little hair strokes. Amber's eyebrows are quite thick, so, and like dark, so you can, the pressure can be quite harsh over there, but at the front you want to just, whatever's left over on your brush, you want to just do that lightly. She doesn't like them really drawn in or anything too wrong.
No. I used to be that person that used to walk around
till like last week.
Brow.
Till like last week.
Yeah. Like block chunk I basically had a long brow.
And then all we're going to do is we're just going to brush the product in. Again, do a few more hair strokes just to fill any gaps in. But I quite like the look of like, not gaps, but like seeing where your actual natural hairs are as well. So there's a difference in the eyebrows. I'm not even drawing a tail because I just think she suits it well, to be honest. I'm trying to morph her into what I like. It's working, it is working.
Yeah, it is. Do you remember when I used to go tapping with you in makeup, you'd be like, no, and I'd be like, oh, I just want silver on my legs, and you'd be like,
She literally get silver glitter and be like, do, and she'd be like, done, and I'd be like,
it was so bad.
I'm just gonna
Or gold, it was silver or gold.
silver,
But not even like a shadow underneath, just full on glitter, all coming down my face, and I just loved it.
But the funny thing is, like, our friend Maggie was like that as well. Like, I'd literally put like gold on her, and that was like
Me and Meg used to do that. I think we looked like fucking glamour queens.
no, literally. I remember doing one on Em, and she had like pink, and I was like, oh, they look gorgeous. And I honestly thought they looked gorgeous, and it's just funny, isn't it? How makeup changes and how
I don't think that
we were literally clueless as well.
I don't think
How
that was
clueless we were.
everything. Like, I think I just wanted a quick and easy makeup.
Yeah, it took 2 seconds to do, and I was happy to do that. So about serious time I ever look like the best.
Thing is though, because you used to do my eyeshadow and nothing else, I just used to let the fallout stay there and just put foundation in there.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Right, so I'm just cleaning up under the brow. Have I got any product there? Which I didn't really, but I had a tiny bit. That's fine. Right, so there's the brows done. So next thing we're going to go into the eyeshadow, so we're just going to do a nice light brow smoke. And I'm going to use, again, plouise. I'm going to use this, it's a single shadow, it's from one of her palettes. It's, what shade is it? Latte. It's from the Throwing Shade collection. Never even knew that. Right, so this comes in one of the palettes, but I've like got an obsession with this brown, so I've got a few of these. So I'm just going to take a Zoe, I think this is a 228 brush, yeah, 228 brush, and I'm just going to pack the product onto the brush and then slightly tap it off. And then I'm going to go into the crease. So if you don't know where your crease is, start a little bit lower and then just push in, and you can feel like where your eye, it sounds gross, but where your eyeball is. See that line there? That's where you want to put most of the product, so you pack the product on first. And you can either blow it out, so you can blow it outwards like that, but we're just going to do round
Yeah,
instead.
I was going to say, I do not suit blowing out.
She does, I think she suits round a little bit more. So you're just going to follow it into a semicircle, so you're going to join it to the end of the eye. And the front, you just want to use the leftover product on the brush just to buff that in a bit, because you don't want too much product at the front of the eye. And then all you're going to do is, once that's all packed on, you don't do this wishy-washy stuff. You use the brush, you hold the end of the brush, and you do quite circular motions, and it's quite, you can move it a lot with like that. So all you're going to do is start at the middle, and you're going to blend it upwards with little circular motions.
Can I do your makeup?
Well, you can do a video, do my makeup if you want, see if we've learned anything.
We'll do spot the difference, because I guarantee I'm not good as you do. Apart from the eyebrows.
Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. And if you're any good, you can do your makeup every time we go on.
I might do it bad on bed.
And then I'm just taking a little bit more product and doing the same. And then blending upwards. If you find it hard to blend with the brush that you've got here, because you don't want to take the product too high up, just take another brush similar. This is the difference in them. This isn't another 228 brush, but this is like a very old one, so the handles are ruined. But all you do is get a clean one, and you can buff it upwards like that. That way you can be a little bit more.
It's not you. It's just because I don't like having my eyes closed too long. I'm nice and asleep.
This way you can be a little bit rougher and a little bit messier. And I'm also going to take, this is so simple as I like, honestly. I'm going to take a flat Zoeva brush.
She's a liar. It's not simple. I've tried it.
Yeah, something wrong with your brain. So I'm just going to take a Zoeva flat brush, don't know what it's called, because it's rubbed off and it's really old and all the handles are peeling. I need a new set. James, are you watching? I'm going to pat.
Does anyone ever like close their eyes and just see the light. I can just see loads of circles from the ring light in my eyeballs.
No, not well, I know what you mean. So then I'm going to pat it onto the lid, and then I'm going to take my brush from before that's got product on, but I'm not going to add any more product to it, and then I'm just going to do same motions again. I'm just going to do one eye and then I'll jump into the next eye, and then I'll show you the liner on both, because I think it's a little bit of a long process, so it's like 2 eyes get done, isn't it? And then again, I'm just going to take a little bit more product onto the lid here, because you can see here where you've added more depth of the product here into the crease. You've added more layers there, so I'm just going to pack.
No, Frank, but you trying to impale me with your finger.
It's because I've got long nails and stuff now, I don't know how to use them. Like, should have got used to them by now, but maybe not.
She secretly just doesn't like me. She just wants to hit.
No. Open my phone. Right, I need to blend this. I haven't done makeup in so long, it's really strange. So, if you get them to open their eyes straightforward as well, you can see like where it needs blended. So you can see it's quite harsh here, so I'm going to get the clean brush and go in.
When was the last time you did makeup? January?
Was it May? I think it was January. What's the month is it? February, March, April.
You did mine for Christmas in January.
Yeah, but I do makeup every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right, that eye's done, so I'm going to do this eye and then skip to it. Show you in a second. So, there's the 2 eyes done. Makes your eyes look super blue as well. So, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to just get a baby wipe. Or a makeup wipe, or whatever wipe you've got. I can't do anything with that. I haven't got that long now, so I can't do anything with this. You can't even get the baby wipe out. Something's wrong with me. Right, so I'm just going to go underneath the eye, and I'm going to get any fallout that's came down. Don't worry about wiping any of the base away. But don't go too high because you don't want to take any shadow or anything away, so. I'm learning tricks, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so glad. And hopefully you do it in makeup when you're out. I always used to do that. Actually get ready. I used to get the wet. You get the wet wipe and bring it up again and have this big line. You can't do that if you're not like a thingy. No, it doesn't. It depends like what colours you do.
No, it depends who does that, i.e. me.
Yeah, you're not there. Right, taking Plouise base again, I'm going to go underneath her eye. And I'm also going to take a brow product again. Where's my little spoolie gone? You lost it again. Do you know what? This is dead weird, but I'm going to use it on the ears like tweezers and just take a little bit of product out. It's clean over it, so. Taking a little bit on the back of my head. Oh, I can tell that is. Okay. I don't know what she said. I thought she said club one. She said crumpet. Sticky party. You know. Just got toasted. Right, so I'm just going to get her to look up. And I'm going to put this in the waterline. I hate this bit. I know, I'm sorry. Right, it's in the waterline in that one. And then do this one. I don't know how people let them do stuff like this. I hate getting my makeup done. I love it at the end, but to be fair, I know makeup done by loads of people, and I think it's how gentle you are. Because sometimes I've literally like. I'm gentle. I think I'm really like rough. No, I think you're gentle because sometimes I have like my eyes are watered off it. Yeah. But I just think people are more heavy-handed, aren't they? So I'm going to push this right into the lower lash line. Careful, not going to right. If you need to blink anything, you can blink like that. And then I'm just going to drag it down a little bit. And I'm going to do the same the other side. I was like blinking that whole time. Well, it doesn't feel like a blink, that, you know. That's a half blink. Do you have any closing? No, I've got
gold link.
Oh, what's that one? Oh. Yeah, there's
I
another
think
reason.
those are the blue shadows on them.
Right, and then I'm going to take the fluffy brush that I used before to blend out the edges, and I'm going to blend the edges out again. So taking most of the product downwards and then just buffing the product into the spot that it's in. You can also use a pattern motion to set this product as well. But I'm going to buff most of it and then I'll pan. Just a jig.
I can't get to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get a spoon. Oh yeah.
Is that done?
Oh yeah, that felt great.
Oh.
And cat.
And then I'm going to buff underneath. And then pat. And then that one's blended, and I'm going to do the same this side, so I'm going to drag downwards, buff the product into the spot. Sometimes if you get a little brown from when you're doing, stop looking at me, sorry, I just realised I was looking at you like, you were mouth moving, I love it.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Do you know we're not even funny?
No,
People laugh at us, not with us. It's really sad.
So I'm going to buff the product in, and sometimes in the inner corner if the brown's falling out a little bit there, I buff into the inner corner to lighten it up a little bit. I'm going to put a highlighter there later anyway, but then buff the side, downwards, look up, buff underneath, nice and gentle because you don't want to be too rough by the eye. Especially if you've got someone with sensitive eyes like me. I hate people
I've got sensitive eyes. I think.
And by there's people with more sensitive eyes than you, honestly. Yeah. Taking my flat brush again, I'm going to get it to look up, and I'm going to go underneath your eyelashes, which are ridiculously long for your bottom lashes.
And over longer than top ones.
And then pushing the product in and then rubbing it. So this is the only time you can do rubby. You can't do it at the top.
Rubby.
Rubby.
This is the only time you can do rubby.
I
Just
don't
say
know.
professional.
So, right, it's been this way. Right, it doesn't matter, it looks like this right now, it doesn't matter, don't worry, we're going to fix it. So, push under the lashes, push in the product and go side to side, under the lashes, push in the product side to side. And then just do the same, and at the front I just use like basically what's left on the brush because you don't want too much at the front. The same as the top. So if you're going to do more than one colour, you always go what's on the top down to the bottom. Unless you're doing like brown smoke with blue underneath, because I actually really like that. A brown smoke with blue underneath.
I'm about to say
Jess always gets something like that, or like no, Jess gets like blue liner. Oh, amazing.
I like green.
Oh
on my eyes.
Yeah, we'll do a green one. I love green on your eyes. Look up for me. So I'm not going to take any of this away. I'm just going to take the fallout away. See the good thing going there as a good for us. Right, and then I'm going to take this fluffy brush, and there's not much product left in my hand, but whatever's left on it, I'm going to put on the brush, and I'm just going to buff into the brown really lightly. So I'm going to put most of the product there and blend it upwards, and just see how much better that looks to that. So much better. I mean, you can't look, but everybody else can.
No, because usually I watch my makeup being done, so I actually.
Yeah, I'm actually loving it actually because you're not spinning around looking in the mirror. It's so irritating when you do that. So there we go, there's both of them done. Easy. Like literally, if anyone had a makeup lesson with me, I literally am like, don't worry if you do something wrong, we can conceal it. That's my like saying. People probably think I'm lying, but I don't know. So then I'm gonna take. Where is it? I'm gonna take Urban Decay All Nighter on a clean Zoeva brow line brush because I've got like two of them. And I'm going to top it in, cover the end of the brush, and then I'm going to tap the excess off because you don't want it all over your face, it's black, it'll smudge everywhere. Right, so close your eye for me, and I'm going to go on the lash line, so I'm going to push it in and just get little wiggles. And this will just like make your lashes look darker and stuff.
You've got lashes on them?
Yeah, this will like make your lashes link up as well.
What lashes have you got on them?
I don't know, I got some new ones in the post before, so I picked them out. They're like, they're not dead long or anything. They're just like nice and fluffy.
No regular ones, that's the one.
No, I'm sorry. It's so devastating. But I'm just not willing to pay like £7 for like some lashes.
How many pairs was that?
I can't remember. So ridiculous. and I've already got like 3 boxes in my room of lash. Wait, you know for me? So you just see the difference, look at the camera. It's just darker lash line to this one. And then the lashes are going to go there as well, so it's just going to like bring it all together. So we're going to do the same.
Look.
Yeah. Do the same on this side, so close your eye. If you need to, you can like pull the eyebrow when it goes like right, you can get right into the lash line then, but normally if you just push in, you can get right in there anyway. Right, if you know for me. And that's literally it. If you do like a harsh line or anything, I mean, look at me. I don't think it looks harsh, but if you do any harsh lines and you want to like blend it out, say if you wanted like a smoky liner as well, like if you wanted to blend it out, like get your brown brush and just close your eye, buff over like that, and like really lightly like tickling the skin. Not gonna do that though because I like it's not like dead dark. So, little pair of scissors, glue. I'm using the duo glue, the brush on one, got a green packet. I don't think it's got latex in it, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's got latex in it, so it's good if you've got clients. Then I'm just taking these lashes off a lash board.
It's good if you've got clients allergic to latex.
No, but it's good, yeah, but like some people don't know they're allergic to latex, is it? Really? So it's like a good, I don't know, I need to just
I know,
what's that
a girl allergic to latex.
Because like, why would you know that unless you're wearing like gloves and stuff?
Balloons.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm just measuring it to her eye, look down at me. So I just pop it on, open, and I just measure it to her eye, which that fits, but I don't like that big flicky bit at the front. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't like that big flicky bit. So I'm just going to trim that, because sometimes I feel like it digs into your eye a little bit.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
So I just trim that in a bit, and then all I'm going to do is get me glue. Put glue onto the lash line bit. I'm going to pop that on. That's right, I'll pop it on the side. And we have a get the full one. Right, I'm going to let it go tacky and everything and stick properly down before I put any mascara on. So next I'm just going to prep her skin. So what I do, I don't really use primers or anything, like I just don't. I've tried loads and I just don't think they're anything amazing. I did like the I did like the Benefit pore eraser or something on there. So all I'm going to do is I'll take a little bit of cocoa butter, don't throw it all over the floor if you can. And then I take my Molly O'Brien brush. Don't actually know what one it is because this is from like her first collection, I think. Looks like this. It's a fluffy one. It's from her first collection, so it doesn't actually have a name. But I just pop that all over my brush. Get it a bit warm on the back of my hand because obviously cream's cold and I don't want my client's face to be freezing.
It never warms up. She thinks it does.
No, but it's warmer than if I just squirt it on your face off the bottle, isn't it? Out the bottle. It's a little bit warmer. Must be because it's my hands warm. You've always got one hair poking out your head.
I know, one poking out
Oh, you scaled it.
Oh, you need to get the tweezers on it. Because like, I've got the worst luck. You're such a lucky twin.
Oh my jeez, look at the sound.
How cute is that?
Why has it got a split end at the root?
Because you curled it.
Oh, that's funny.
With your hot hands. That's funny.
Funny. Right, buff it all over the skin. Spin this way for me, darling. And as you can see, Amber's had like a couple of breakouts on her head.
You actually can.
Yeah.
What you with bloody, what's it called?
B12.
No, D. You're not talking about B12 today. But that is why I keep yawning, guys. Got pernicious anemia.
Don't start with that. Right, so I'm just taking a little bit of the POV's base again. And I'm just going to pop it on wherever she's broke out. And I'm going to like not buff it in yet. I'm going to leave it to go like tacky.
They don't even break out, they're just full on scalps now.
I know, you could just pick them like I don't know what.
They're not going to
Oh, you've got a couple on your chin there as well.
Yeah.
A bit there. Any more?
No, I'm perfection.
Just there. I'm joking. Okay. Perfection for my eyes. So then I'm going to take a beauty blender. And I'm just going to buff. Why are you over there?
You pushed me. Did I? I thought you were going to stop blending that with me yet.
Oh, what's wrong? So I'm just going to take a beauty blender and pat. I can't speak. Pat the cream. Pat.
That smells delicious. I wouldn't know that.
I
I don't know if it's the best.
I wash it.
It's
No, it is. I wash it with
yeah.
soap and then I spray it with like surgical spray.
Smells delish.
Right, so now that's blended in, now we've got to find a foundation shade which I'm going to use. I rearranged all these super down.
It's definitely not the palest one.
It's definitely not golden beige.
Feel it on my face.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like me and Amber are allergic to everything, especially foundations.
My
Face foundation,
burns.
oh my god. That's horrible, that's stuff, isn't it? It's like fire, you get used to it after half an hour, but other than
When
that,
it first goes on, your eyes are watering.
you're like just like dying and you just, if a makeup artist is doing your makeup, you just gotta sit there and like,
Die.
smile and wave, boy, smile and wave. So I'm just gonna put this all over her face. I actually think you might call it tan a little bit because I actually think you're doing a little bit darker than this.
I've not got a tan. What, in my bedroom with the bloody blackout curtains?
It must be the rays off the TV or something. I don't know. Don't think they give rays out, but you definitely look a little bit darker in this foundation, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna branch up anyway with contour, so it's fine. I know your neck doesn't, I'm lying.
I think I just look browner because I've got loads of freckles.
Yeah, I think that must be it. So all I'm doing is I'm doing little circular and not drag motions, but a little bit like a drag motion, but I don't want to like fully be like this and proper drag the product because you don't want to move it around too much. And then I'm like pushing it into the skin. Make sure you get right into the nose. So if you can't get right into the nose with the big brush, I just go with my little brush, get in there. And don't go right up into the eye. And you want to buff this all into the hairline too. Maybe that sounds better. Okay. And I'm gonna get the Infallible, wobble wobble, stand on the way. Infallible foundation stick by L'Oreal Palette. And I'm gonna get it on my brush. I don't normally do this, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people do it, so I'm gonna test it out. That's why I'm. So I'm gonna put a little bit there on my forehead. On the jawline.
Yeah, literally make that jawline look less double chin, please.
I remember when we first contoured your face, and like you were like, wow. Do you remember? I think it was your nose or your jaw. You were like, oh god, my chin's gone, and I was like, I'm not, didn't even do anything.
Do you remember that?
I just did it to bronze up, really.
I bought translucent powder, but like a black one. And I was like, oh, I used that as contour. Oh my god.
I literally like,
I walked into your room.
It was darker than that.
I walked into
And
your
I
room.
was just like, what are you doing with that? Like, that's not your skin tone.
James thought I was doing, I thought I was flipping good. James was like, you are not coming out with me looking like that. I thought I looked bloody beautiful. Gosh, yeah. Just like a bronze goddess, you know what I mean?
And I'm going to drag this down the neck. Don't want any of them lines that we saw in like year 7, 8, 9. I probably had them in year 10, 11, 12. Wow.
Technical difficulties, this camera's a piece of shit.
Apparently. But basically, we blended the contour in with my foundation brush. I put a little bit of foundation in. I did not like the way that did it. Like brushing it on like that and that, no. So then we did this eye with concealer underneath, and we just passed it underneath. And then we're going to get our beauty blender. Look up for me. I bet you this is going to dry the other side now. It's going to be like hard work. But then we're just going to pat it in, and we worked it into the nose. I'm going to show you on the other side, so I'm going to spin here this way. A little bit more facing the camera there, but right, and then so basically we just buff. It's gone very like tacky now. Buff side to side, and usually do this a bit quicker, but my camera like turned off, so. But then with whatever's left over on the brush, you're going to buff it in towards the shadow like you did before, but not into the shadow where you're taking it away. Then you want to drag it down to, and you're going to be patting, pat, 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 and you want to drag it up into the nose. It's Plouise, she like looks up at me. Pat, pat, pat. She's like,
Yeah, she does say that all the time too, there, doesn't she?
yeah, she's literally like, so I don't want to be like that. Then just onto the bridge of the nose, just rub a little bit there, a little bit on the forehead. I haven't done a massive forehead like, so we don't really have to worry too much about that.
How many fingers is your forehead?
And I reckon it's a 4.
I feel like that's a big head. A
Yeah.
forehead? Stop it.
A forehead?
Everyone's got 4-finger head.
No, James has a bad head.
Yeah, but his fingers. A forehead.
No, he's got a 5 head with his fingers.
Right, can we all conspiracy theory this?
But that's a normal thing, you know, it's like a known thing.
No, it's not. I've just made that up.
It is. Yeah.
Put your fingers on your head, like you've got 4 fingers on your head to cover your head because it's called a forehead.
Keep it. Right, now I'm going to take setting powder, which I normally use a Gosh one, and everyone's always like, gosh, what the hell, got mine to use Gosh, that's what I used to use in school. I don't care, it's amazing. It's called Prep and Prime. I bought it for one of my clients because she says she has oily skin, so I'll put it on before I make up, but it's too good. And it's just a translucent powder.
What's that one then?
This is Stay Matte. I don't have my Gosh one, I ran off. I need to go and get a new one, but Superdrug's closed. So, you know, life. Life gives you lemons.
You get to use Rimmel London. Get the London look.
Right, look up for me. So you're just going to pat it underneath the eye, get them to look up so none of the creases are there. Right, and then I'm going to pull it down and then put it in a smile lines as well, and in the crack of the nose. And anyway, like you feel like when you go out and stuff, you feel a bit like sweaty. So I always get sweaty chin.
You're singing. I just get sweaty face.
Me too. Right, look up again. Do this one. So you want? Sorry, did I catch your eye?
No.
You want to sort of be patting it and then like pushing it into the...
Sorry, that really tickled.
Sorry. You want to be patting it and then pushing it into the creases. Stop smiling.
Sorry.
Not getting rid of your smiling is absolutely massive.
I know. Oh, yeah, I did a Snapchat the other day and I thought, is that the filler? It was filler off and it was still there.
And then underneath the contour I'm just going to do a line and that'll just neaten up your contour a little bit. And the other side.
Do you know, it makes me sad because when she does my makeup for a night out, she spends 5 minutes on the whole face,
Yeah,
my
and
eyes and brows.
anyway, so
And now I'm now real stunning and all I can do is like hang over the back of the wall fence for the neighbours to see. But I'm going outside to clap at 8 PM anyway, so everyone listen to me then.
Right, I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics bronzer in Bronze Babe, but this is quite dark so you really do not need a lot of the tiny tap it in.
Tap tap tap, pat pat pat.
I actually brush it off, you can see where I did brush it off onto my palette. And then I'm just going to go onto the temples and then this will blend in with the powder that you've just done and I just little circular motions, or quite big circular motions actually, and it's always start like, so you go from the top of your ear downwards, but if you can't see where your thing is you can always do that, you can see. And then whatever's left on the product, on the brush, product on the brush, I go underneath and I drag downwards. Because you've already got that bronzer there, you don't really need loads, but this just sets it as well. All I'm going to do is, this sounds weird and everyone thinks I'm weird for doing it, but I just pat over that product just to make sure it's all blended and there's no harsh lines, especially on your forehead. Because I hate like when you go out and you get a picture and then you've got this like weird harshness.
Oh, you've got like white under eyes and then black and then white and then black. Hate that.
Right, so that's that done, and then next thing is I'm going to get a highlighter, my favourite, your favourite.
My favourite thing.
Yes, sorry. Everyone's just doing my head. Keeps going on. Right, so I'm going to get, what brush do I want to probably use this one? No.
I need to get one as big as my face.
I'm going to get a fluffy brush. I'm using illamasqua. I think it's OMG. Wouldn't know because it's rubbed off.
Yeah, but it's OMG, I've heard you say that before.
Right, and then I just use the side of my brush, nice fluffy brush like that. And then I'm going to go just above her contour. Is this called a pencil brush? The TI blender. I would not use that to blend anything. It wouldn't stiff as hell, but it's a Zoeva 223. And I'm just using it to do the inner corners of my eye with highlighter, because
Do you really need to not swear?
that's who we
It's
are.
just I'm doing it.
That is who we are.
Stop trying to make fun
Right, I'm just going to put my lid back on this because we all know I'm prone to accidents. Right, so next thing is that oh, I've never even tried some of these, but I'm not using them. Right, I need a lip liner. I'm using a W7 one in Rust. Yeah, W7 lip twister, and you can get them in TJ Hughes for like £2, and like they're creamy and last for ages. And you don't need a sharpener, so that's just a plus, isn't it? Right, so that is it done. I'll just stay there.
Do you want me to spin?
No, just stay where you are. That's really it, you're so rotating. Right, look to this side. Like, look about there and look down. And the other side. Oh, that spot is just ruining everything.
What?
You spot. Look forward. 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 Look at me.
I thought you said forward, I said forward.
And look down. And smile. Jeez. Gorgeous.